I greet you in Jesus' precious name. It is Friday morning, the 23rd of August, 2024, and this is your friend, Angus Buchan, with a thought for the day. We start off in the book of Psalms, Psalm 19, verse 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. And then we go straight to the New Testament, to the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 37. For by your word you will be justified, and by your word you will be condemned. Oh, we need to make sure that our words are sweet, as the saying goes, because someday we might have to eat them. If you've got nothing good to say about someone, rather say nothing at all. Remember, people who live in glass houses don't throw stones. You know, before preaching at any meeting, whether it's a large one or whether it's a small one, I first kneel, I humble myself before the Lord, and then I pray aloud the verse which I have just read to you. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. And then I start speaking words of life to a dying world. You know, in Proverbs chapter 10, verse 19, the Bible tells us that in the multitude of words, sin is not lacking, but he who restrains his lips is wise. We need to be so careful that we don't talk too much. You see, it's not how much you say that makes an impact, but it's about timing and it's about sincerity of words that count. Like the lady who got up one morning and she was so down, she said, Lord, I really need a word from you today. Otherwise, Lord, I'm not going back to church anymore. And she came to a church that I happened to be preaching at, and it was a packed out house. And this little lady came all by herself. It wasn't her home church. And she sat there and she participated in the service. Remember, she had said, Lord, if you don't give me a word, that's it. I'm not going back anymore. Right at the end of the service, I think in order to avoid the traffic, she started to slip out the back of the church. But when I preach, my eyes go all over the place. And I shout, I don't know why I did it. Obviously, it was the Lord. I said to the lady, just trying to quietly get out of the church, lady. And she turned around. I said, can you please come up to the platform? She was very shy. She came up to the platform, and I told her something very simple like, God loves you. And that was it. Then she wrote me a letter a week later and said, my life has been transformed because Jesus, not me, spoke to me directly out of a crowd of a few thousand people. Speak the word of life and God will do the rest. Have a wonderful day. Jesus bless you and goodbye.